Hello, beautiful family, my lovely people. Thank you so much again for being here with us today. And thank you for making that commitment, that decision that we must come together because the issues facing children, women, and young people in the world requires everyone to chip in and do something. And therefore, when you are here, I am really so happy because I know that I am not in this alone. I know that there are people that have compassion, there are people that have empathy, there are people that love to help, to be kind to others, especially those that have been relegated to the background or have been uh, have been dismissed or they count them less. And this is what we're all about. And we know that women, children, and young people are the most vulnerable population in the world. And therefore, we must work because without this population, there'll be nothing. There'll be no economic manpower in any society. And therefore, God made it that way. So thank you guys so much for being here. And I want to thank our CEO again and again because like my grandmother taught me, you never bite the finger that fed you. He has
Yeah.
fed us. Whatever we are doing here is as a result of his humanitarian spirit and the
Mm-hmm.
fear of God. And that's why we are here today. And I place much emphasis on that because it's like my grandmother said, God has lined your path to hold the hands of women and children to cross over. And it is happening just under our own eyes in real time. And I thank you so much, sister, for the enormous work that you're putting in here, both on stage here and behind the research and everything that you're doing. I well recognize it. I want to thank our managing director for doing what you're doing, your love for children. And I thank Sister Sharon. And I want to let you guys know that Brady is here to help because the work is
Yes.
so much, especially with the One Global Movement Garden. So she's here for 3 nights to help with.
Welcome, Brady. Welcome.
Yes. So thank you guys so much. And everyone here, you guys are doing one thing or the other so that we can together we can forge forward to helping this population. And let us keep taking that action. Don't
Yeah.
slow down. Don't wait. Time waits for no one. Let's not slow down. You don't know what tomorrow is going to bring you. When you have
Yeah.
that opportunity to breathe today, do something with that breath. Don't complain. Don't say you're sick. When you're
Yeah.
sick, you can still do something with your legs sitting down, with your hands, your eyes, or with your thoughts. You have a head. Excuse
What
me.
a-
So very important.
yeah. You're cutting out there, sister. Is the mic okay?
I think so. Do you hear me now?
Yes, you're better. So maybe you were talking too fast. I don't know.
I am too fast. I need to really work on that.
Yeah, no, no, because the mic is not going to go as fast. You know what I mean? It doesn't pick up as
Yes.
fast. Yeah, so
Yes.
yeah.
So thank you guys so much for being here. And I am so happy that we are doing this back to school for our children. We need
Yeah,
to. This is celebrating them that
yes,
they took the decision to say, I am going to move forward. I am going to better myself. I am going to work on my dreams, my goals and dreams, and my purpose in life. I am going to make sure that I transform lives, even if it starts with one and doing little. One of
yeah,
our supporters here and our panelists made a short video. I'm going to be posting it. It'll be nice that you guys go and watch it, comment on it, hashtag it,
yes,
because that is to support back to
yeah,
school. I'm talking here
yes,
about our beautiful Queen Nancy. So thank you so much, Nancy, for what you did yesterday. It really uplifted my spirit. So thank
yeah,
you.
yeah.
And
Thank.
we are here now in One Global Movement Revolution Part 362. Back to School, Back to Purpose, Series 2,
You. Yeah.
Shaping Leaders for Tomorrow.
Wow.
Shaping leaders for tomorrow. This
Very
is very,
important.
very important. When we talk about leaders, we always say we must remind ourselves that we all are leaders.
Yes.
We all, sister, are you okay?
I'm
Oh,
good. I just
is it
have to answer this. Sorry, sister. Yeah.
okay?
I'm
So
okay.
we are both, or not both, we are all leaders here.
Yes.
You are a leader in your own capacity. Don't let nobody put you down. Don't think that You're looking up to somebody, you're looking up to somebody because you want to learn something. But other people are also looking up to you, just so we know. We look up to one another, especially our young ones. They look up to us. Our parents, our grandparents, the sick, they look up to us. And so we all are leaders in our various capacity. Don't put yourself down. And therefore, when you carry yourself in that spirit, in that light, the children will follow suit. So shaping leaders for tomorrow. Very important. Back to school, back to purpose. Shaping leaders for tomorrow. And so this is very important. I don't know if you want me to go first, sister, or you want to go first. Whichever one is good for you, let me know. I think you are muted, sister.
Sorry, no, I was gonna say you start off and then I will just jump in where you leave
No
off.
problem. And
Or if you want me to go, I can, something. This is a very impactful topic, so we're not gonna have any problems with it. I think of the idea of shaping leaders for tomorrow is crucially important right now because of the things that are happening even since they were out of school. Those echo chambers where people are trying to force you to think one way. We want our young people, which is what they are. It's not just about teaching core subjects, but it's about equipping them with the skills that they'll need to navigate a rapidly changing world. And rapidly is an understatement. It's like every day something new happens, and they have to mitigate that. They have to figure out how to incorporate it and how to work with that as their values. They need to have critical thinking. They need to work in collaboration because isolation is how you get in problems when you don't know what the bigger picture is, right? And adaptability are just as important as math, history, and digital competence because they have to have all of that. And of course, they have to have integrity and those kind of things that we're trying to talk about. So I'm just going to make one little plea here and then I'll just leave you. As hey, Dr. Mundih and I would love to hear what our attendees have to say about this topic and what specific skills do you believe are most essential for future leaders. I'm talking about our group here and people who will listen later, and how can schools effectively teach them. And so I say, please comment in the chat, jump on the panel, or comment on the video when it is posted. Please help us. Yeah.
Help us. And always go there. You can go there the next day, 1 week, 2 months, 1 year, keep going back to those videos because that is the way that we can get to every child, please.
Yes.
That is the shortage. We are living in the virtual world. We need to take advantage of it. And it's our comments, our hashtags that we go back to those videos that is going to help a lot. And while you are here, make sure you're putting some very beautiful hashtag. Hashtag back to school, back to purpose. Hashtag one global movement. Hashtag shaping leaders for tomorrow. Do these hashtags, they help a big deal. So, sister, thank you so much for starting this with the qualities, the characteristics of leadership and a good leader. That is so impactful. And as we continue to talk about this topic, please think about the qualities of a good leader. And we have talked about this again and again, and we treated it before. When you go to our YouTube channel, you'll see it there. Let us keep educating ourselves, because the moment you stop educating yourself, you forget certain things that are even good for your own self, let alone our children and young people. So this is very, very important. And now, shaping leaders for tomorrow is a call to action. According to us here in One Global Movement, it is a call to action for all of us, regardless of who you are, regardless of your background, where you live, regardless of whatever. We all are called to act now, not tomorrow, right at this moment. Very important. A call to action to students, to parents, to caregivers, to teachers, and leaders, because education is not just about what we learn. We need to really know that, because we want to really make this normalize it, so people don't just think that education is not just to go and sit in the classroom, take an exam, and pass A grades, B grades. No, that's not it, because education is not just about what we learn, it is about who we are becoming. Who are you becoming? Sister started there with some very important question that we must ask ourselves. We're not just here to listen. Answer those questions. Go back and listen and answer those questions, because you must have gotten some tools to continue to help yourself and to also help your children. This is the real education, real time, not just that kind of formal education. So it is about who are you becoming? Who am I becoming? Who are we becoming? This is what it is about. And so education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. And this is in the words of President Nelson Mandela. Very, very important that we remember this. So purpose is the heartbeat of leadership. Without a purpose, you don't count yourself as a leader. Without a purpose, how are you going to lead? There is no way that you can lead without a purpose. So it is the heartbeat of true leadership, which is purpose. A child or young adult who understands why they are learning will always go further than one who only knows what they are learning. Remember this statement. A child or young person who understands why are they learning, will always go further and be happy than a child who only knows what they are learning. That is a wake-up call to all of us, who only know what they are learning. Purpose fuels perseverance, and perseverance shapes leaders. So if you know why you're learning, you will be proud of what you're learning. You will be proud of what you're achieving, even if it is just small, because everything starts small. That is why the number one is very important. That is the number that builds a solid foundation. You cannot want to go up here without beginning here. Here means within yourself, and ask yourself, what is my purpose? Why am I studying? Not what am I achieving from that studies. So when you do that, you will go far. So let me ask you this: what is your why? What is your why? Have you ever taken the time to ask yourself, like Mundih, what is your why? You talk to yourself. You carry that important conversation with yourself and make sure that you are questioning yourself and answering those questions by yourself. Sometimes the questions are uncomfortable because you'll be thinking, oh, maybe I failed myself and my family. No, you didn't. Failure is there as a reminder to focus and do better. It's not a big deal. So let's not spit that out on our children when they don't get the grade that we think, because you are not in their shoes to do what they are doing. We want to be able to. They are still doing it. They did not quit. And even if they quit, we find ways. If they quit, it means maybe something else is their purpose, and we have not discovered that yet. So that is very, very important. So why do you wake up to learn? Why? Why are we here on One Global Movement? We take that seriously. You're not just wasting time or looking for entertainment, because One Global Movement is not about entertainment. It is about purpose. Purpose for transforming the lives of children, women, and young people when it concerns hunger, illiteracy, poverty, abuse, injustice, and all other social challenges that face them worldwide. This is very, very important. So you pause for a moment. Really ask yourself, why do I wake up to learn, to teach, or to lead? Why do I wake up to prepare food for my family? Why? Everything has a deeper meaning, and this is spiritual. When you take it in that light, you will go into everything with a sense of pride and dignity and fulfillment. Knowing your why is very important. I am a nosy child, and I was brought up to be that way. I always wanted to know why. Why? Sometimes they will beat me up for asking too many questions, but I still ask because it's part and parcel of me. So pause for a moment. Pause for a reflection. Allow short responses if you are interacting with somebody. Even if that somebody is yourself, you with yourself and the God that created you, and you will see what will happen. Don't take it lightly. This helps a lot. At One Global Movement, therefore, our mission here as we all understand, is to put purpose back into learning, to equip every child, every woman, and every young person with the tools they deserve and they need to rise above hunger, poverty, and illiteracy. And so, now, history teaches us. Nobody should forget about their history, no matter how beautiful that history is. Or sometimes we tend to want to think about the history that is ugly. Do not forget about any side of your history. But what you can do with your history, with what is not so appealing to you, is to forgive it, but put tools in place to want to change that situation for the better. But you cannot forget about your history. No, a person that forgets about their history is going to fall, and their fall would not be a happy one. So when you hear children or women or young people or anyone talking about this, just pay attention and listen. Because just when you listen, you are affirming them. You are saying, I am here for you. You are saying that I understand this. And together we can do better. So this is very, very important. So history teaches us that leaders are not born, they are shaped. Just like you're raising children, you're shaping them, because though they've been created and given their gifts and talents, but if we do not pay attention to really ignite a fire within them, we will not recognize that gift, and the child will go about in life wobbling without knowing, because we are responsible for helping them to bring that out, and then also helping them to nurture them by creating a very good learning environment for them. And that is why we say in One Global Movement that we deserve, or every child deserves, a book in their hand. Every child in the world, whether they are sick, they are hungry, or they are in war-torn zone, we still fight to go put a book in their hand, because that book will be a passport for them to escape from their situation. This is very, very important. And so history teaches us that leaders are not born, they are shaped. Just like we shape our character every single day. You might say something like, sometimes I say, oops, I put my hand to my mouth, because I realized that I almost said something, or I said something that was not good. I quickly try to correct that. So that is shaping myself by not allowing that word to come out. So Abraham Lincoln, born in poverty, remember this, before we sit and say, oh, this country is so poor, look at, they're walking bare feet, oh, look at this one, they don't eat good food. Listen to Abraham Lincoln, born in abject poverty, studied by firelight. Remember, I was telling you about the firelight here. The some of the chaff from palm nuts, we use it. We call it trukang. We study. So he did the same thing. He studied by firelight and became one of the greatest presidents in the world. Isn't that a beautiful thing? So whatever situation you are in, it is good for you at that moment. Don't complain about, because that situation, whether it is the way you want it or not, it is molding and shaping you into who God wants you to become. So we embrace that situation. I had to embrace my situation at 11. Imagine that. At 11, I embraced it, and thank God to my grandmother, who stood firm under thunder, under what kind of storm, and said, I will mold this child, because you are the next mantle of hope. And here I am today. So when I'm saying this, I've gone through all of those things. So, you know, Malala, our little girl, our smart, intelligent girl, Malala Yousafzai, a young girl, risked her life for education and became a global voice for girls. We've talked about Malala a lot, and she is one of the legends that we're going to always talk about here in One Global Movement, because she is a role model. She is impressionable. So Wangari Maathai, I think this is from Kenya. From Kenya, Wangari Maathai planted trees in Kenya, became the first African woman Nobel laureate. That is the kind of leadership we are talking about here. Back to school, back to purpose. You're not just going to school to go and sit in the classrooms and listen to the teacher lecture. While the teacher is lecturing, what are you becoming in that present moment? What kind of leader are you becoming? Are you the one that respects the teacher, or you're the one that is always looking at your phone in class and playing games while the teacher is talking? That will not be a good thing. So that is so important. So what do they all have in common? What do these leaders, Malala, President Lincoln, and Wangari, what do they have in common? They turn their struggles into strength, just like we are doing here. And I'm sorry that if I'm talking about myself too much, because that is the history that I know and that is what I lived. They turn their struggles, their challenges into strength, and resilience come in, determination come in, decision come in, and humanitarian spirit. They turn it into strength. They are learning into leadership. They turn their learning into leadership and their vision into global impact. So you ask yourself this question: am I doing the same or better? Because we always want to do better, right? Am I teaching my children to do the same and better? That is what, because you want your children to be better than you, because the world is getting better with a lot of all of this good technology. If it's used ethically, it is good. And some of us who never was never born with this, we are learning those things, and so it's helping. So I personally believe that the same is possible for you, for me, for all our children and all the ambassadors. I believe that it is possible, because it is. We were born with possibilities. We were born with greatness. Our children are even greater than us, and they have it within them. But if we don't create a loving, kind, respectful, and integral environment for these children, that will not come out. We must have stifled their growth, and we must not have shoulder our responsibility from the Creator the way that we're supposed to. This is so important, because I sit every day and I have learned over the years, because when I had my before I had my son, I said I am going to make sure I sacrifice everything to make sure my son starts reading at a very early age. We started reading to him in the stomach. When he was in the stomach, that's when we started reading. And I urge all our young people out there, because I know that some of you are married, some of you are preparing to get married, some of you are still searching around for the right one. Put this into your head. You will have saved a lot by training your child. Reading. Reading is number one. When your child reads, that is a light for them. They can read the world. They can read their mind. They can read everything around them. So let us put a book in the hands of every child. Let the book be in the language, in your culture. That is a book. Let us do this. So it's so important that every adult, every teacher, every parent, all organization, we come together to do this. And One Global Movement is going to be moving further, because we want to sensitize the whole world to know what we are doing here, so that together we can do this together. We here, even if we are 10 million, we can do it. If you're going to reach, if children, let's say children are maybe 2 billion, and right now as we talk, they are giving birth to children right now. They are increasing every day. So we want to be able to do that. So I truly believe the same is possible. Nobody should ever tell you that you can't do that. That's not the way that it's been done. By who? That's not the way that your parents did it. No, your parents, they taught you. Now you can take the knowledge and apply it in your today's world, in what you're studying, and guess what? You will excel. Now you come back to also teach us, the parents. That is very, very important. It is possible. And I tell you, the children, the young people, now that you're returning to school, it is possible. There is nothing that you cannot achieve if you put your mind to it. It is possible. And so, lower your voice for emphasis when you want to do something. Don't speak fast like me. And I'm learning every day to lower my voice. So leaders are shaped by opportunities, by values, and by the courage to keep going, keep moving, move every day, because you realize that people that don't move, either by thinking about positive things to do, or by writing, by reading, by building projects, monuments, by doing other things, guess what? They get sick quickly. That is why when you are even sick, get up and do something. Unless you cannot absolutely, let me send our beautiful sister in here. Yay!
Hello, hello, everybody. Happy Friday.
Welcome, welcome. Wow, it's been a while. It's been long overdue. Thank you so
Uh,
much for coming.
Yes, greetings, greetings, and welcome. Thank you.
Yes. So I'm going to hurry up here and give you the stage because she has a ton of experience working with children for 30 years plus. So that is so beautiful. So,
Absolutely.
you know, true education is bigger than grades or certification. We keep saying this here. It's not a piece of paper to say, oh, look at me. I have a
Mhm.
PhD. No, that is not what it is. You shouldn't even wave that paper. Keep it away. Because
Mhm.
that paper, if you do it that way, you're reducing your potentials of who God has created you to be. And so it is about character, it's about ethics, compassion, responsibility, it's about choices, giving choices, it's about standing for the truth. Even when the truth goes against you, because you know that you're doing this for children, you're doing this for young people, you're doing this for women. When you support these three categories of people, you have supported the entire world. This is very, very important. So, Martin Luther King Jr. reminds us that the function of education is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. That is what
Absolutely.
Martin Luther King Jr. is saying. Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education. Intelligence plus your character. You can have all the PhDs in the world. The moment you don't have that character and you've taken the decision and and be intelligent enough to apply it, you have done yourself injustice and the world. So that is very, very important. This is why at One Global Movement, we say every lesson learned is an opportunity to solve a problem. What problem are you going to school to solve? Are you just following the crowd? Remember, you are an eagle. You can soar higher and higher. You were not just created to follow a crowd. Be who God has created you to be. Even when people don't like what you're doing, keep on doing it because you know why. You know your why. You know why you're doing it. Keep on doing it. Every book open is a door to new leadership. I have tons of books. I have libraries everywhere. Okay. Because
Yes.
that's my passion. I love to read. If I stay for one day without reading, then I'm so sick that I can't get out of bed. But at least put the audio book. Let me just listen to it. So
Yes.
it's so
Yes.
important. So, you know, every act of kindness is training for service to humanity.
Yes.
Very, very important. You live in your home. You guys are here. This is an act of kindness because you know that no one is an island upon themselves. That when we come together, we can impact the world in ways that we never ever imagine. So this is important. Every act of kindness is training. Very important. And so turn to I'm saying this now to the audience and everyone. Turn to someone near you because I know that you are at home. I'm at home too, or you are maybe in your office or somewhere. Turn to someone near you, or if you are online, write in the chat. Write in the chat. What lesson have you learned outside the classroom? Write it in the chat. And remember that classroom is not just the formal classroom. It's learning a skill, it's doing business, it's building something, it's carrying out adventures in the world, it's cooking food. If you're like me, I love to cook. It's doing gardening, whatever, or it's really just standing there for a friend. So you just write in the chat, what lesson have you learned outside the classroom and that has shaped who you are today and keep on becoming. Write something in the chat. That is very important. So at One Global Movement, our vision is clear. very clear, as we always remind you every Wednesday with our vision when our sister reads it and talks about it, is to raise a new breed of leaders who will build peace. Peace, true peace in the world, defend justice, protect the earth, and champion the poor. We believe that hunger will not shape our children, but purpose will. We believe that poverty will not define our youth, vision will. We believe that illiteracy will not limit our future, education will. And this is our movement. This is our mission. This is our promise to the world. Before I close, let me share three simple practical steps before I close with my contribution. Three practical steps for shaping leaders of tomorrow. Number one, discover your purpose. We always say this. Discover your purpose, and we keep reminding you. Have you discovered it? If you haven't, carry out a conversation with us here. Private conversation, if you don't want to come on stage, we welcome that as well, because we are here as educators, we are counselors, we are parents. So we will listen to you. Together, we will discover your purpose. Early on in life, if your child, you're unable to discover your child's purpose, come with your child. Let us do that together. Ask yourself, or train your child to ask them, so what difference do I want my life to make? Ask yourself. And then commit to a lifelong learning. Remember, learners never stop learning. You never stop. Even when you are entering your grave, you're still giving lectures and saying, oh, now is my time. I'm going to go. I know that I've emptied myself out into the world, and now I have to go. And you're having this very big smile because you know where you're going, because you know what you have done. You're not going to be afraid to die. I am not afraid to die, because I must do it every day, so that if God calls me, which I know I will live up to 150 before God calls me, so I can really completely empty out myself into the world. I'm not dying. My grandmother is 109. So you're going to keep doing that. So if every student here today, or you're going to listen to this later on, can practice these three steps, the world will feel your impact. And you don't have to talk about it, just do it. Action, 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 and more action. And the world will begin to feel your impact. As we go back to school, ladies and gentlemen, because you are ladies and gentlemen, let us go back to purpose. Go back to purpose. Let us remember that every child walking into a classroom or into a workshop or into a business place or is traveling to a country, every child walking into these spaces is not just a student. They are leaders in the making. They are true leaders in the making. The future of nations, the future of villages, like my village, Mengwi, the healing of communities, the progress of humanity, these are sitting in our classrooms, in our workshops, in our businesses, in our travel to attend conferences. They're sitting right there. So John Quincy Adams once said, if your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. If you are the leader that puts people down, undermine people, underrate people, discriminate against people, trying to shut the dream of a child, you're not a true leader. So let us leave here today with courage, vision, and purpose. Thank you guys so much for listening. I'll give the stage to our beautiful sister. Thank you for being here today. Thank you. And just so you guys, a reminder, she is the author of the beautiful, beautiful graphics, and she's doing a lot of other things too behind the scenes.
Yes, she
Wonderful.
is.
So
She
thank you.
is. Thank you. Thank you, Sister Sharon. You do great. You
Oh,
do great work. Great work.
It's your
Yeah.
oh,
turn.
thank you, thank you, thank you. And hello, Sister Fiona and Sister Dr. Mooney and
Yes.
Brother John and everybody out there in the world. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good day. I hope everybody's having a marvelous Friday or Saturday, whatever day it
Yes,
is in
we
your
are.
country. And if you're watching this in the future, hello, I hope you're having a great year.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my God. And I hope everyone had a great summer if it's your summer.
Yeah.
This is a great topic. And back to school, back to basics. Well, some kids are already back in school. I believe in the US, they went back this week.
Yes.
And in Canada, our kids still have another couple of weeks before they go back, and other parts of the world. So, different parts of the world, different time zone. Kids go back to school at different times. And I love this subject, this topic, and I love what Dr. Mooney was just saying about, be an angel, be a leader, get out there and help. So I just wanted to jump on that actually, and just to say a little bit more to get you ready for school, or if you're already in school, because school is tough, especially these days. It's really, really tough to be in school. So there are some things that I would just like to share with you. And I want everybody, all you students and children out there, to be a welcoming friend to new students. New students that come to school, they just moved to your neighborhood or to your country, and they don't know anybody. You should welcome them. Welcome the students. Welcome the kids. Say hello. I know these days I tell my nieces and nephews, go outside and play. Say hello to the kids on the street. They're like, I don't know them. Don't be shy. Say hello. It's always great to meet new people, and help them find their way around the school, because they're new and they never been there. Help them find their way. Show them around. Be that person. Include others in play and group work. So you should include them in play and group work. Invite them to come and join in. Sit if you're playing a card game or any type of game or any type of activity. Also, any classroom projects. They may need help, or and they have nobody else to help them. So ask them to come and join your group. Or if it's just you, maybe you can just start a group. Start a game. And get back to basic games, like try to put your phones down. Like most schools, you're not allowed to bring your phone anyways. And you shouldn't really be using your phone while you're in school. The world is not down here. The world is up here. And it's a bright, big, beautiful world. So put your phone away and communicate with the people around you. Observe, look and see what's going on around you. Start some things that doesn't include having your phone in your hand. And also some kids don't have, might not have as much money. Their family might not have enough money to buy all the things that they need to bring to school to help them in their daily day. So share your supplies. Share your pencils if you have extra pencils or extra paper or any other supplies that you think that your student, your co-student, or your classmate may need. Share your supplies. Because some parents send you kids to school with all kinds of extras, like 20 pencils and stuff like that. And other kids may not even have one. And then a lot of schools, they will sell you supplies, but not everybody has that extra money to buy supplies. So be that person. Be that person that would like to share what they have. Because it's always good. As Dr. Mooney said, be an angel. Always go out there and help. Offer help to students, like with basic things like schoolwork. Some kids may need that little extra help, or they just don't completely understand what the teacher said in class. And so they get out and they're a little confused and they got to go home and they got to do this work, but they didn't really understand. And they could be shy and not want to speak up and ask more questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Always ask a question. They always say, ask your question. If they don't know the answers, they will figure it out and they will help. And you can ask somebody else, but make sure you always ask the question. Help them understand the work and also maybe help them complete the work. If you know it better than them, and then next time they'll know, and next time they'll be able to help others. So you should always, stand up. And then also the big one is bullying.
Hmm.
Bullying is really bad. And sometimes a child is being bullied or a student is being bullied at home or cyberbullying. Sometimes you can see it. You know, someone will go by and deliberately bump into somebody or deliberately step on somebody's foot or take something off of them or try to take their money off of them or their lunch. They may not even need the lunch, but because some some kids, some students, for whatever reason, we don't know what's going on with them, what's happening in their home, but for whatever reason, they want to hurt others. And hurt people hurt others, truthfully. So
Yep.
there's probably something going on with them that you don't know about or you don't understand. But speak up, speak up and show support to that child or to that student that is being bullied. If
Mm-hmm.
you see something, say something.
Yep.
Remember that. I'll say that again. If you see something, say something. If you're scared of that bully, then please try to speak to either your parents, your aunt, your uncle, a social worker, a teacher, or even another student. You're stronger in numbers.
Mhm.
Everybody stands up to this bully. Trust me, that bully will stop bullying.
Yep.
So
Yes.
make sure that you protect each other and join in and just protect each other. Give that person, that child that's being bullied, give them a hug. Sometimes the bully actually needs the hug. So
Yes.
you might want to give that bully the hug. Because again, you don't know what's going on in their life. You don't know why they feel the need to hurt other people, why they're acting out or acting up. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
they're being bullied themselves.
Hmm.
Right.
Maybe they're being mistreated at home.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know their story. So I'm not telling you to try to figure out their story, but maybe offer them a hug. They'll probably say no, but at least you tried.
Hmm.
Also, when somebody is speaking to you, please stop, drop, and listen.
There you go.
Listen to whatever they're trying to say. Give them your full, undivided attention. Make eye contact. Eye contact's very important because sometimes when you're speaking to somebody and you're trying to tell them, and it could be something serious, and they're looking around, going all over here, or they pull out their phone and they're talking on the phone, then you're not giving them the attention that they need. So you should put down, put aside everything and just listen to them. You know, make eye contact, nod your head that you're listening, you understand, and wait until they're finished speaking before you respond.
Yep.
Okay, because sometimes if you stop somebody in the middle of a sentence and they're going somewhere, some people will just shut down,
Hmm.
and then you'll never know what that person wanted to tell you. And it could have
Exactly.
been something very important, or they might have wanted to invite you to a pajama party,
There you go.
and you're gonna miss out because you shut them down. They're like, okay, well, later for that person, and then you hear about it later, and they would say, well, I was trying to tell you, but they were getting to the details, and they were trying to tell you, but you just was ignoring them, and then you just shut them down. Okay, well, yeah, all right, I got to go play now.
Hmm.
So always listen and let them finish what they had to say.
Yeah.
True.
And then start programs at your own school. Start one of the One Global Movement programs. Bring a book and to class or to the school, and get a bunch of kids involved and do the bring a book, leave a book, right? Take a book, sorry, take a book and leave a book. You can start a program just as something simple as that. Doesn't cost
Mm-hmm.
money. You probably have extra books at home that you're not reading anymore. Bring that in. Talk to your teachers. Say, can we start a program called Bring a Book, Take a Book, and see what your teacher said? And hopefully that's a way of sharing your books and
Yes.
also giving kids that don't have the money to buy books to read that book. And then you can share that book, and everybody saves. It's a win-win for everybody.
That's
You
beautiful.
can do anything you want to do. You can be anything you want to be. We see you. You're strong. You're special. You're brave. You are enough. We love you. We see you. You got this. You got this. And you are gonna graduate, and we're all gonna be there applauding you.
Yes.
And if you haven't did it yet, please like and subscribe and share One Global Movement out into the world, and hit that notification button so that you don't miss us on Wednesdays and Fridays at 1 p.m. And I love you. Big hugs. Happy birthday to everybody that is celebrating their birthday today. I hope you're having a wonderful day. This is your day. And I'm sending lots of love, hugs, kisses to everybody that needs it, and all the prayers to you. Thank you
Thank
for
you
allowing
so
me to
much.
speak. I'm
Thank you
Sharon
for
Wheaton,
coming on
aka
today.
Auntie Sharon. See you next time.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
coming on today. We missed that, and here you are. Thank you so much for all of that. Those are so beautiful things, and these are simple but natural things that we can do that she just talks about. So,
Yes,
to us
absolutely.
parents, stop, drop, and listen. When you see Sister Sharon here, that is her word. Stop, drop, and listen. And together we can do something. Let's share your pencil, share anything that you have, and together we will make the world a better place. And I'm gonna have to tell you guys that I will run because it's almost gonna rain. The harvest is just. Can you guys come and help me? I need volunteers. I need volunteers.
I wish I would be there in a minute.
All right, all right. Thank you guys so much. In closing, I will say that smile. Let me read it from my phone, something that I wrote. Smile. Raise your voice with passion. Smile. One
Yes.
Global Movement believes that shaping leaders for tomorrow begins with igniting purpose today, right now. Together, we plant seeds of knowledge, water them with compassion, and harvest a future filled with hope. Thank you guys so much. God bless you. And may we shape leaders for tomorrow beginning today. We love you guys. Have a beautiful weekend, and we'll see you again here next week. I love you, sisters. Hey,
Bye.
when
Bye.
you take a picture with Sister Sharon, I love when you make that heart thing. Make your heart thing.
Make your heart sing.
There we go. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, bye bye. We love you all.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.